Today is February 8th, 2017, and this is a message for all fire signs from the Oracle of Jedi. Before there was the Oracle that spoke to Neo in the Matrix. Before there was the Oracle of Delphi in ancient times, there was the Oracle of Jedi that taught and trained the Jedi Masters, that taught Yoda. I will be sharing today some ancient wisdom teachings from astrology, feng shui, which is the ancient Chinese art of placement, as well as a tarot reading for you. This Friday we have a full moon in Leo, the fire sign of Leo, and this heralds the first lunar eclipse of the year. I would like to give you a message of hope and what actions you can take as we are searching for answers. Answers that come from within us, not from the outside world. Just as the Jedi tapped into the energy of the Force, so each of us can tap into our connection to the divine. So let's get started with the fire signs, which would be Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. And it would be good if you looked at your ascendant sign for this, as the planets are transiting with your ascendant sign. So first I'm going to pull a tarot card, and if you look, there's a ladybug crawling on my tarot cards, and that is a very good omen for the fire signs of abundance and financial flow. So nature is giving us a message right there. So thank you, ladybug. I'm going to set you down there. Oh, she doesn't want to go down, so I'm just going to leave her on there. So I'm using the Celtic Spiral Tarot by Kay Stevenson, and I'm going to pull 3 cards for the fire signs. And as we look at this full moon in Leo, we know that full moons are a time when we have something that comes to light. We gain a message of what we've been working on since the new moon that happened in Aquarius. So let's pull 3 cards for you. So the first card we have is Justice, which is connected to the star sign of Libra. And the second card we have is the Hierophant, the spiritual teacher, which is connected to the star sign of Virgo and Sagittarius. And the third card we have is the 5 of Wands, or the 5 of Fire. So we have the Justice card here as our first message for all fire signs. And the Justice card is ruled by Libra. And Libra is a sign of balance. And so the message is we need to look for our inner balance. Whatever isn't working for us, we need to see what it is that's not working, what's out of balance in our lives. And we can see the goddess Mat from ancient Egypt holding the scales of justice in this card. And the human heart is in one side of the scales, and the ostrich feather is in the other. And in ancient times, in ancient Egypt, when a person died, Mat would judge that person by weighing the heart. And that's where the term light as a feather came from. And if the feather and the heart were in balance, the soul could cross over the river Styx and go to paradise. So during this full moon, we're going to see some truth that's going to come out, that's going to help us to balance our lives. And also in astrology right now, Jupiter is retrograde in Libra. So we're going back over some old stuff, something that we set in motion last September is coming to fruition at this full moon. And we are needing to judge that and weigh it in the balance and see what works for us and what doesn't, and release the old and whatever is holding us back and move on into the new year. So our second card we have is the Hierophant. And you can see in the Hierophant card that the spiritual teacher has his hand up, one hand up, and there's a rainbow, and he's with his other hand holding the key. And there's a saying in esoteric teachings, as above, so below. Whatever's within will express itself externally. So the truth is within us that we need. We need to access our inner teacher, that part of us that we know what the truth is. If you've ever heard somebody speaking and what they're saying really resonates as the truth, that's the kind of truth I'm talking about. It's not anything that anybody else is telling you, but it's what you know to be true. And maybe during this time, you need to find someone that is going to support you in that. And it might be a spiritual teacher, it might be a friend, it might be a family member who you can bounce that truth off of and get support from. And then the third card we have is the Five of Fire, Five of Wands. And if you look at the 5 men in the card, they all have a rod, and it looks like they're fighting, and like the energy is not focused. It's going in all different directions, and there's angst and anger. And the ground that they're standing on looks like it's an earthquake. It's not solid ground. So at this time of the full moon, it's really important to stay grounded, and it's important to refocus, recalibrate what it is that you really want in your life and go for it. And don't get caught up in petty arguments and in other people's drama, but stay focused on what you want. So I'm also going to give you a feng shui tip for all fire signs. And what I want to tell you is, we have this monkey here. Last year in feng shui, we had the year of the fire monkey. He's kind of a crazy trickster, and he pulled a lot of crap on people, and we got blindsided. We didn't know if we were up or we were down. It was kind of a crazy year. And this year, we have the year of the fire rooster. So, our rooster is right here. What the rooster does is the rooster crows at dawn, and the rooster speaks the truth. So, with the fire monkey, we didn't know what the truth was. It seemed like something that sounded too good to be true we listened to or we followed, and it didn't work out, and it just seemed like nothing was as it seemed. But this year we're going to see the truth. We're going to know what we need to do, and when there's something that's amiss or out of balance, we need to speak up. And that's what the year of the fire rooster is all about. It's about being fearless and tapping into that fire that's within us and speaking the truth. So I also want to wish all of you a happy Valentine's Day, a time of love. And I'd like to pull one card out of the Oracle of Avalon deck by Colette Baron Reed for your love reading. So let's pull a card for the fire signs. See what love has in store for you this year. It should be really good. We're having a grand fire trine coming up this weekend and a lot of fire energy this year. Trine is positive energy flow in astrology. So let's see what card comes up. This is interesting. So these two cards go together. I pulled the card Focus. So for your love reading, what this is saying is if there is somebody that you're interested in or you want to get back into the dating scene, focus your energy on that. Put some positive flow into that. If you want a partner, you have to put the energy in for it to happen. And that might mean getting a new outfit, getting out and being more social, circulating, joining a new group. Focus your energy on what it is you want, and you will achieve it this year. So I want to thank you for listening to this podcast. Thank you for being part of the Oracle of Jedi, and may the Force be with you.